Hi, I'm Dave Jones. I'm the National Sales Engineer for Radiant Communications Corporation. I want to give you a guided tour of our new element management system, the Vcdms, or Video Content Distribution Management System. It'll give you the ability of remotely monitoring and controlling MPEG encoders, multimedia gateways, and it'll also give you the ability to monitor the streams that are generated by these devices. So the VCDMS gives us the ability to remotely manage things like the RM1100 series encoders and monitoring systems, the Elvis 9000 multimedia gateways, and VL4500 series encoders. This is all done via REST API application. We can also monitor legacy encoders via ping and their native HTTP GUI. We have designed the VCDMS to be organized in a hierarchical model. This is the best approach to giving you an accurate and comprehensive model of your systems. We can provision devices and assign them to systems and regions. A cluster is a group of encoders or decoders that are directly associated with a multimedia gateway. Alarms are summarized at the regional level, and you can drill down to the individual device to diagnose an alarm. Reporting is done at the regional, system, user, and device levels. We can assign individuals at the system and regional levels to receive email alerts of critical and major alarms. The VCDMS control interface is web-based. I'm going to start our tour by logging in here. So on login, I get to the home page where all of the regions that I've defined are listed. And if I look over to my right here, I can see all of the alarms that have been tabulated for each region. And I can see in the Central Division region that I have 12 nominal streams and 7 critical alarms. Now I can drill down into that by clicking on this plus button. Now clicking on the plus button, I can now see the systems that have been defined under each region. Now under this system, I can see all of the streams and alarms seem to be originating from that specific system. So if I click on the Chicago system, that takes me into a list of all the devices that are connected to that system. So I can see I have an E9000, an Elvis 9000 gateway. There are 7 streams associated with it, and there's 5 critical alarms also associated with it. And over on this side, you can see as I expand and drill deeper, I can see that the hierarchical view of the system expands. Now, for example, if I click on the gateway here, the Elvis gateway, now I can see all of the streams that are originating from that gateway. And I can see all of the critical alarms that are involved there. And if I want to see why an alarm is being reported, I just click on the stream. I can see that this stream is not running. Now, why is that? Maybe it's because it's attached to one of these devices. This device is disconnected, so that's probably the cause of these critical alarms. So let's poke around a little more in here and see what we can see. I'm going to navigate from the system map over here. I'm going to click on a stream. Now I can see that this stream is operating nominally. I can see at a glance how the packets are performing by looking at the link efficiency metric. And I can also chart this out by clicking on the receiving chart. That gives me a line chart of the stream's performance over time. So if I drag down, here's all the packet statistics, and I can look at a specific point in time and see what the performance was of the packet statistics at any given point in time. Another thing that I can do is I can drill down into a device, and I can look to see what that device's status is. So I can see that this encoder, both encoders are running. The op state is running. The status is active. So it's clean and green. I can look at the video settings for this encoder. See, encoder state running. I can look at all the other settings as well, like audio settings, transport stream settings, network stream settings. Network settings are the interface settings for that particular encoder. Okay, and system settings are how that encoder is configured. This one's configured 1x3G. The video mode is dual stream, one HD and one SD. So we have two streams coming out of that encoder. So if we look at the top of the screen here, we see we have a management button and a configuration button over here. Let's see what they do. So the management allows us to configure things like regions, systems, and devices. If I want to add a device, I click Add a Device. And under that menu, I have device name, device IP address, the device type, and we can see, you see we have multiple different types of devices. We can add that to a system, and we can password it out for security. We also have a batch update button. So in batch update, I can basically select either a setting that I want to batch update on a number of different devices, or I can look at the region. For example, if I want to look at Central Division, Chicago, Illinois, and what models are available under that. So we have ARM 1100 that's available under that system. And let's just say I want to do a firmware update to all the ARM 1100s in the Chicago, Illinois system. So I can click on firmware updates, scroll down, and I see that I have one available file there. So if I push update, the system will push an update firmware package to every ARM 1100 within that system. No EMS is complete without a comprehensive reporting facility, and we've built a very complete one into this system. So if I click on reports, I see that I have alarm reports, which will give me all the reports by division and system. I have a user report that allows me to see who's logged in and what they've done. For example, if I want to see what Lubo's done here, I can look, click on actions. Oh, doesn't look like he did anything, so that's fine. I can also do a device report, and depending on which device I click on, I can see what's been done to that device over time. So that's pretty much it for the reporting facility, but you can customize a lot of reports and you can do a lot of things with this. So let's see what this button does. Obviously, it's the system settings button. So from here we can set up an email account for emailed alarms to be forwarded through. We can set up the access type, either HTTP or HTTPS. The scheduler determines at what interval we save statistics and at what interval we poll the devices to check their status. Major alarm thresholds, we can select packet loss or link efficiency to trigger a major alarm. All the firmware files are stored here. The backup frequency is stored, and all the available backups are listed here to, for restoration purposes if you lost or got a corrupted database. And you can also schedule your backups, now, daily, weekly, whatever. So that's pretty much the 10,000 foot level view of the Vcdms. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the tour. There's a lot more to this system than I can cover in a short video. If you need additional information, please feel free to contact us. Thank you.